are all so blessed.
Very,
Thank
very
you so
grateful,
much.
Guruji, for this wonderful journey and initiating us into something which we would never have had an opportunity for.
Actually, tears are rolling out today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Riji.
Guruji, my deepest thanks and gratitude to you. Can you hear me?
I think your internet connection is, you can hear bits and pieces.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little better. You can turn off your video. That might be better.
Can you hear me now better?
Yeah.
Guruji, I have one query. This Kathopanishad, you have taught us, we have tried to learn, and it covers the entire from A to Z of Vedanta philosophy. Can you tell me why should I learn another Upanishad? How is another Upanishad going to be different from this Upanishad? This is not with any other intention. I just want to know why should we learn multiple Upanishads?
Yeah, I understood your question. So why should I learn another Upanishad? Exactly. So that is the question we should ask. And the answer is no. You don't have to learn anything else. You don't have to learn at all. I told you the example where one student just walked away from class, and because he got it and said, now I'm going to whatever I want, I'll study by myself. This class is too slow. Like that, he went up. He called me that and he said that. I figured that this class is slow for him because he's retired and all, and he was primed for it. So once a week class was not enough for him. Anyway, that's one type of story. But no, the message of all Upanishads is the same thing. It's Tattvamasi only. It's not going to be Atattvamasi or different variety, it's all Tattvamasi only. So no, you don't have to study at all. Really, you don't have to study. It's the same thing. So we say that, see, because it is Sukshmam, there are a lot of facets to it. And so those who want to improve their understanding can continue to do the Shravanam. And some people listen to the same Bhagavad Gita again and again. It takes a long time. Bhagavad Gita is a big text. So that way Upanishads are shorter. We must have finished in 2 years or something. Okay, whereas Bhagavad Gita takes a long time. 5 years it is taking us. And so really, yeah, short answer is no, you don't have to. You don't have to. There's really, because same message coming through different contexts, different, some Upanishads may highlight Jiva, some Upanishad may highlight Ishvara. And Aikyam will be there in all Upanishads. So it's all different. So yeah, so you don't have to. Hariji, you don't have to.
No, I didn't mean, I didn't ask this question with the intention of not attending. I will certainly attend the next.
No, I did not. No, I got your intention. Your intention very well. So anybody, I'm telling everybody, not just you. This question belongs to everybody. There is no rule that we must study Upanishads, all Upanishads, etc. No, it's not there. So it means for everybody. And from my experience, I know people who attended three-year courses. Three-year courses means 10 years they've been listening to Swamiji. 10 years sitting in the class. 10 years of their life gone just listening to the Shastra.
Yeah.
Or you can say 10 years of the life gained by listening to the Shastra.
Yeah.
Some people have done that. So some people study and then they just disappear. Disappear. You can't, there's no address, nothing. What happened to them? Well, they're there. They're there. They just want to be by themselves. Maybe they're studying by themselves. Maybe they got it and that's it. Now I don't need, I can listen to Swamiji again. These days that's possible. Sitting where you are, you can do. And so, some people are like that. So, that's a good question. So, it is a good question, and the answer is no. That's why I remember the joke, Chinmayanandaji. It's not a joke, it's a very serious point he made. Some student comes and tells him, I've gone through all Upanishads. Is
Has
this
the Upanishad gone through?
Ah, I've gone through 10 Upanishads, but even one Upanishad has not gone through me. Means what? That's what Swamiji wanted to check out. And they can, Swamijis can figure out all these things. Just by within seconds, they can figure out. So, yeah, I think that's a good question. And so we don't need to judge ourselves. I've studied only this much. I
Yeah,
have a long way to
that's
go.
a fear, whether
Those
we have.
ideas need not be there. I've studied. Whatever I've studied is enough, good enough for me, really speaking. But I may have to study it again. I have to review. The reviewing is not easy thing, Hari. The problem is reviewing is not easy because we don't have exams, this, that, and unit test and then tutorial, all this. We used to have, when I was studying in college, we used to constantly have, we were on our toes. And teacher, tutorial means it's a homework time. And this professor will come and ask questions. I thought I was supposed to be practicing, but instead he's asking me questions. So we used to be on our toes. And but that's not that won't happen. This study will not happen through quizzes and exams. Not good. Then we are spoiling it. In fact, it's a good way to ruin this vidya is to have exams. Correct? Think about it. It has to come from our heart. It has to. We have to. That love has to come.
True. Very
Yeah.
true.
Then magic will happen. And magic will happen. So, good question. Yes.
I have one more. This whatever recording is there in the in the through the link, but that will be there for a longer time, so that if we want to repeat and revise, you will not remove it.
So I will not remove it, but YouTube can remove it.
Oh,
Yeah, my team has told me several times that Guruji, you have
yeah.
to keep it all backed up somewhere and all that. We have not done
That's
any
what I
backup.
was telling always.
Yeah, see, Ramuji has said that. But where is the time? I need a team to come and say this is what we should do. Team has to tell me. I can't have time to decide all these things. Team should say, yeah, here is the investment needed. We need to spend 1 lakh rupees, invest in this thing every year, and then do it. And then I'm ready to do it. Why not? If you think it's useful. Otherwise, thoughts are always there. People are always talking. But yeah, so it will be there. I won't remove it. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm not planning to put restrictions and all that.
Okay.
But I did tell you, I was shocked. I was shocked when I saw. Once I went to this playlist and I saw 600 views, 700 views, and all. I said, how is it possible? 12 views, 10 views, about 5 views, I can understand. 600, I can't fathom it at all. I cannot even fathom it. I have no idea how 600 people could have at least clicked once on this thing. Then I looked at it. Then I said, what is it that makes people click on the video? I actually spent 5 minutes thinking about it. Then I figured out. This video which got 759 clicks. I was holding a pot like this. This was the image on the picture. That's what they clicked on it. Obviously, who's this crazy guy holding a pot? They would have seen maybe 1 minute of it maximum. Then I realized, that is why this video got many clicks. And so I think these are psychology. There's a lot of psychology. So anyway, the video is available. Hariji.
Thank you. Once again, my deepest thanks and gratitude to you.
Thank you. Prasadji, go ahead.
I just want to share same thing. What Hariji has asked, actually, this question has come to my mind long back while I was going through Kathopanishad. Because at that time, probably understood. Okay, I understood, but what? Then I was delaying it to ask that question. At least I thought, let me wait till Kathopanishad is over. But then I think I got the answer in between. So what I felt was, like you said today, it is subtler. So if it is so subtler, unless it becomes a living reality for me, I'm not getting it, and I didn't get it. I will not get it till the time. And hence, I have to be in touch with the knowledge, reading through all that. And then secondly, you get different angles at different points of time. When I was reading the same sentence or listening to the same sentence at one point, and at a different point, I get a different view of that. And I get it now deeper than what I got earlier. So the deeper meanings we keep getting as we getting exposed to more and more knowledge. And that is the way that when we go through different Upanishads, probably. So that's the answer which I got. So it is subtler, and like today class is saying, like farther than the farthest and closer than the closest. So that paradox is another thing which I have to remember in mind. So I'm not getting it, so I should get it as a living reality. So that's answer which I got into my mind.
Thank you. Thank you.
Stambhathyanunaya.
Rahuji, we can't see you.
Sorry. Stambhathyanunaya. Stambhathyanunaya. What Prasadji was shaking and re-listening, and you get it more deeper.
Right. Okay.
The pole, yeah, that explains.
Manu Nikhanana Nyaya. Right. Yeah, Venkatramaji, namaste.
I must really thank our Guruji for this excellent Bhaashyam right through. I have been enjoying the meaning, the deeper meaning. Guruji often used to say, Shravanam Mananam Nidityasanam. I'm in the Shravanam stage. I'm reading almost every day all these Kathopanishad slokas from 1 to 6 Valli. First of all, I try to read first. Then the meaning and other things, I go through the Guruji's recording. I try to understand. But I really express my gratitude to Guruji for having allowed me to join this course and be participant of this course. Really, I've been reading, I try to understand the meaning every day. But every time I read, it looks like a new one at the first time I'm reading. But I continue to read. It's really thank.
Thank you, Venkatramaji. Yeah, Meera Narayan.
My question is, we are saying that only Manushya Janma can give you an opportunity to gain moksha, right? Then where does this concept of Gajendra Moksha come in there?
Yeah, Gajendra Moksha is there. Gajendra Moksha it could be Apekshika Moksha. Apekshika Moksha. Indra was protected and came under the protection of Vishnu. So, unprotected. So that's the we don't take it literal. You can't take these things literal. Call it apekshika moksha. Yes, Gajendra got moksha. Like human beings get moksha also, and apekshika moksha, swarga prapti. That's what Gajendra got. That we are clear about.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, so word moksha will be used in many contexts, and we have to be smart enough to figure it out.
Mm.
Thank you, Guru.
Swami Parasarthya, sorry, Parasarthya always says that when they will say Namasam Kirtanam will give moksha, he will clarify that it's okay, but they will take you to the Guru, and through that Guru, Sravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, and then you will get moksha. That you have to add, but they are missing that. That he will say always.
So he will say that. That's good. If somebody says that, that's good. That's very nice. Because so yeah, so that Shraddha, it builds the Shraddha. Shraddha is so important. Shraddhavan labhate jnana. So it's all right to say. Commonly we have to say moksha. You can't get too technical. Common people can't understand it. So you guys there. So if not now, another janma will be there. So it will take us Guru Prapti and all will happen. So yeah, moksha, apekshikam and that's
So
what
he will
Shingeri
also
Acharya.
mention that yes, Paramatmananji also always mentioned that if you don't study under me now, you will have to go to Brahma and then study. He will talking about Karma Mukti.
Yeah. So Shringeri Acharya, Bharati Tirtha Swamigal. So he writes a letter to all Swamis and Punyasakaras saying, you know what? You should tell people. You talk about Dhruva Charitram, you talk about all the Puranas, everything you do. Bhagavatam, you talk about. But Bhagavatam, the 11th skanda is there. That is Vedanta. It ends with Vedanta. So you stop at 10 and then you conclude you're giving the wrong message. Incomplete message. Wrong sort incomplete message. What to tell about Vedanta? What to talk about the fact that you are already free. That knowledge is there, waiting for us. Like that, Acharya had sent a note. Swamiji told me that. Swami Paravidyananda, that you should not. Otherwise, what you're teaching will become half. What do you call it? Teaching is good, Panyasa is very good, but only half the message is given. The remaining part is missing. People will not know it. Everybody should know that there is something like that.
Like people saying that yoga itself, it's enough. Many people, many schools, they do that. What I teach is enough. You don't have to do any other thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's a vast thing. So it's not like that's why because it's not a belief system. Your belief system nahi hai. One Jesus, one God, you can believe and he will give salvation. So over, game is over. So which church you belong to is the only choice you have. But otherwise everybody is getting moksha. But this one is not like that. That shows that knowledge traditions are always like that. We'll have differing views will be there. One major view. We don't have to be shocked by it or sometimes this question also comes. If Jiveshwar Aikyam is true, Advaita Vedanta is true, then why there are different views? Exactly what your answer is there in your question itself. Because Jiveshwar Aikyam is true, there are different views. Because it is something to be understood, there will be different views. Whenever understanding is required, then different views will be there based on where we stop our understanding. So, Pakka it is. Very good. Neera Narayan.
Thank you, Guruji. We are very grateful. And your commitment and your compassion, I hope we are able to get at least a bit of that to continue. We seek your blessings for that.
Yeah, definitely. We have Swamiji's blessings to all of us. We enjoy his blessings. And I'm happy that all of you stuck through this 2 years, and it's not easy, especially if this is the first time for you. It's it takes some staying power, and all of you have that. It's good. Together also we can learn. Together also we can learn, and we can. By oneself, it is difficult. Oneself, I'll sit at home and listening to somebody's talk. So that becomes it works initially, but after a while, it loses steam, and it requires even more commitment. But when you come as a group, when we all come together, then thanks to you, I am able to study and rigorously make an effort. Tomorrow class is there means it helps me. And so, thanks to all of you for making this happen.
Thanks to all the Sahapatis also, because their questions are really, thought-provoking, and all the ideas they share about their sadhana also is very helpful.
Without a schedule and without a guide, nothing happens. We fall off the schedule and we say we postpone to some other time. We don't fix it. It happens. Then we lag behind. Then it completely off. So class is really necessary. Guide is so necessary. That happens in a group like this with a proper guide, which we had, fortunately.
So I spoke to Swami Sadatmanandaji last weekend. I was there, and he was happy to hear the progress we are making. And Swami Parvatyanandaji also I spoke to him about it. And Shankaranandaji knows it's been 3-4 months since I spoke to him, but at that time I told him we are nearing completion. And who else? Yeah, so like this, we are constantly getting blessings from Swamis. So we will pray that our next leg will be as fruitful as this one. Yeah, Swapna, go ahead.
Namaste. First of all, Dhanyavadaha for guiding us through, and I had never even imagined that there will be a day where I will be studying Upanishad. But Guru Kripa, Ishvara Kripa, able to complete this Kathopanishad. I remember the time when we would get together for home study, Gita home study. At that time, 10 years ago, I had no idea that Upanishad would be something that I will be studying. But so when you made the comment, right, where Swamiji said, go behind Shankaracharya, Adi Shankaracharya, my thing is, go behind Jayakumarji. Whatever he teaches, sit and listen. That is my motto.
Very true, Swapna.
So I told you, Guruji, that whatever you teach, I am going to be there listening to you. I'll be your student, and I am not going to hop around for any guru. So that is, having said that, going back to the comment that you made about Shankaracharya telling to the Kathakars, right? That to talk about that last part. My just curiosity, out of curiosity, isn't there? We talk about adhikaritvam, right? So isn't there the people who come there? You know, it is for the stories. It is that bhakti bhava that they are. I guess nurturing, or that is what they are seeking at that point of their life. So isn't it just okay for them to, not, who knows, if the person who's narrating if he has no, she doesn't have any idea of Vedanta, and they're just good at, saying stories. How can we? I don't know. Is that even feasible to even introduce that subject of Vedanta to that crowd? First of all, is the teacher able to talk about it? And second, are the students ready to listen to it?
Right. So yeah. So I think first of all, no, you can't tell everybody to. It's not a commandment, and not everybody can talk about it. Also, that we know. So I think Acharya had sent a note to some prominent people. That's all. Who, in his opinion, are really Shastragaras. They are the ones. They are the people who know. They are the people who have the ability to teach, and not everybody else. I don't think he would have written a letter to definitely not Vishishtadvaitis, because they will ask, "Who are you to write to me?" Because they can ask like that. I'm not. I'm different. You may be a big Advaita Acharya, but I'm different. Okay, so I think to the Advaita Acharyas, he would have said those who are. It's not even those who he thinks are not doing it. Not like that also. All Sanya, all Shaktiya Gurukulam, everybody got that letter. Please spread the message. You tell others also. Like that he had said, I think.
I have a second, um, I guess I don't even know. It's a question, comment, everything. So I was listening to Swami Tattvavidananda ji, and he mentioned that he has a problem with, of course, I'm paraphrasing here, so I ask for forgiveness if I'm misquoting or anything. But this is what I understood. That he has a problem with people who come out with these calendars, right? And where it talks about sunrise and sunset. So he said, where is the sunrise and sunset? They have to write a disclaimer on the calendar that there is no sunrise and sunset. I thought it was great. He has, but then does that even? I don't know, but people get it. He has some really very I don't know, real ideas, but is that even practical? Does that even, because everybody needs to read and it would be good. I guess it will instigate people to think. But I thought it was, I don't know how practical it is, but I thought it was great that he had that idea to have that disclaimer on top.
Yeah, so we have this calendar, right? The Tamil calendar is there. Every day you pull out one, and it has all the details you want. Tithi is there, Nakshatra is there, Vara, Yuga, Karana, everything is there. And what are the good Muhurta times? When is everything is there? Everything that a Vedic person needs is there, almost. So imagine at the bottom of that sheet, some disclaimer, right? Star. There is really no sunrise, really no sunset. So at least maybe people will look at it. They may ignore it, but it is there. It is registered. You can't ignore it totally. It is there. It is there. So someday, somewhere happens. Oh my God! This is why the calendar was saying this. This is why they printed this. It is not a footnote. It is a bold note. They should have put it in bold. No, if they had put it in bold, you would not have purchased the calendar. That's why they did not put it in bold. But now at least you got it. So yeah, Sattvadanandaji is just so good. My God. He used to crack us up so much. He's a serious person, but he used to crack us up. That is his type of joke, humor he used to have. And when he smiles, he will close his mouth like this. He's shy of even showing the mouth, more wide open mouth. Very traditional person. Oh, so much to learn from him, Mike. So much to learn. So, this is another idea. See, he's talking to Vedantis, so it's meant for our enjoyment, I think. So,
It's more or less like a statutory warning, like cigarette smoking is injurious to health. People who want to take it will take it. Others will ignore it.
at least when the guy goes to the hospital and said, "Don't you know smoking is injurious to health?" Yeah, I do. For him to say I do because he's seen those warnings. He's seen all those pictures, gory pictures. I don't know if they do that, but I think in India they print all this. How I know it, I saw one empty box outside when I was walking, and I was shocked. I saw this picture of some. So I couldn't even figure out which part of the body it was. Some lung or inside the mouth or what, I don't know. So I don't know if they still do that. But yeah, so what to do? That's how it is. But he's good. There is no sunrise versus sunset. Putting it in the calendar. This is trademark Tattvavidanam match. And when I talk to him or write to him, I'll tell him this. That, we had this conversation. Anyway, Tattvavidanandaji is in the US now or is he US?
Yeah, he's in Sellersburg.
US. Okay. So Viditat Mandaji has returned to India probably.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think.
Any plans for him to come to Houston or something?
No, do you know there was a Gurukulam had a manager. His Purva Ashrama name I forget, but he's Muktananda, Swami Muktananda. He is coming to Houston this weekend, next weekend, something for a talk.
Yeah, I saw that announcement somewhere. I don't know where. But, maybe that Charadamba announcement or something.
Yeah, Shardamba Temple. That's the venue. Yeah.
Okay. Atmananda.
I think he is a psychotherapist. I think Purva Ashrama. I think if I make the connections, I forget his name. Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. So good. So do we, Narayan, do we need another session? I mean, this is the session, right? People have shared their views and all.
So, Mundaka start date, I thought we were thinking about first week of November, right, Guruji?
Okay.
So we have the last weekend Thursday happens to be Diwali. So there's one session available before that. So like we were talking the other day, it will be better to start after Diwali.
Okay.
So we have one session where people who want to speak can speak.
Oh,
And
yeah, that is fine.
if any questions are there, that would be helpful after talking, after expressing the views. So
Oh.
one session would be helpful.
So you feel like we should meet for one more session before concluding? Prasad?
Yes, Ajay Kumar. Yeah, one more session would be helpful. Yeah.
So that would address 17th. So we still have 24th, one more session after that available before Diwali. Today is 10th, so 17th we can have that session discussion. 24th we still have.
Yeah, 24th I will, if everything works well, I'll be in Udupi on 24th.
Okay. So then, Guruji, we can look at November 7th for the start of Mundaka.
Okay.
So we'll have some time to send out the poster and form and all that.
Okay.
So Guruji, next week class will start at 6 a.m. just like today.
So what we are saying is Prasadji and others are suggesting that we should meet next week. Just to
No, at what time? 6 a.m.
No, not 6. It will be 6:15. Kathopanishad time is 6:15.
Okay.
But let's decide. So next week, Prasad is saying we can meet for general discussion and Q&A. What is it, Prasad, you have in mind?
Actually, you asked, I mean, it's a good thing that expressing views, I think others were not there. I mean, few of us are here now. And when others join, the first, what we talked about is expressing the views, followed by, if any questions, so that that 1 hour can be used. Probably I'm suggesting instead of 6:15 could be like 6:30. So that 6:30 to 7:30 IST. So that would be helpful.
Okay.
My suggestion would be to post a post on the WhatsApp group asking just a feeler if people are going to share and how many, and if they have questions, how many. And then it would be valuable for you as for time wise. If just a couple of people just raise their hand, then you can decide how long the session needs to be and if you need to have a session at all. They can write their views and we can all read in WhatsApp. That is also one option. And even if there are questions, they can still post it in the group. And if a class is needed to address that question, you can decide whether to have it in the class or, I don't know, maybe just write a note in the group as a response.
Yeah, so Prasad, you're not convinced.
Guruji, I feel a class would be, even if it is half an hour or 45 minutes, to keep the continuity, not to break the rhythm.
So next class we will have a lecture by Hari on Maya.
Oh no.
Maya is not an easy topic.
That's why I will be the most unsuitable candidate.
Why is that? Nididhyasanam, we are supposed to share what we know. Okay, how you're not an exception. You think you're an exception? You don't need any Nididhyasanam. All of us should do Nididhyasanam, but you will not do. Why? You can share. All of us are in the same boat. Same boat.
I'm not a speaker at all.
No, you're very good at articulating. You've asked questions very clearly and all that. Or sometime at least you should say 5-10 minutes at least, not for 1 hour.
For 10 hours, the 10 minutes is too long.
Good. Okay. So we'll have it for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
So let's do that. I think that may be another idea. So Prasad, sharing whatever people want to share. Okay. Including like Hari some topics. Somebody can say, I like these through mantras from Kathopanishad. Somehow I like it.
Yeah.
Whatever be the reason, I like the mantra, that's all. And this is the meaning of this Upanishad. This is the meaning of the mantra. I think that's beautiful. I think that way, at least, even if 5 or 6 people speak, I think it's time well spent. What do you think?
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
Okay, shall we do that? So I think we've decided that we are meeting next week. 6:15. Kathopanishad has always been in 6:15. Let's keep it at 6:15. So mentally we are ready at that time, and then we will let it flow after that. So we'll tell everybody that please come and share your thoughts, whether you just thoughts about the course itself or if you want to say something specific about Kathopanishad, that also is welcome. That'll be good. It'll be a good chance for us to hear each other out. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So, you want me to send a note, Narayana, or will you send a note?
I can send the note, Guruji.
Okay. So make sure you say clearly we are meeting next week. It's an opportunity for concluding and just sharing our thoughts.
I'll do it.
Good. Very good. So,
Namaste, Guruji. I just wanted to seek one clarification, probably a very naive one, because This is like there is no sunrise, there is no sunset. This was a statement made a few minutes before. So
Can
I
you
didn't
can you
understand.
volume? Come closer to the mic or something like that.
Am I audible now?
You're audible, but yeah, could be better. But go ahead. Go ahead.
So that statement which was made a few minutes before, there is no sunrise, there is no sunset in that of the calendar. Yeah, of course, it was a little, like ironical. But then I just wish to understand what is the deeper meaning behind that. There is no sunrise, there is no sunset. What is there any meaning? I mean, obviously there should have been meaning. So I just wanted to understand what is it that the Guruji wanted to project through his words, like that.
Right. So, what did Swami Tattvavidananda ji mean when he said there is really no sunset, there is really no sunrise? Yeah. So, I'll ask you a question. Does the sun rise?
Yes, for me on a daily basis, when I see in the morning, yes, it rises, and
Correct.
also in the evening it disappears.
Correct. For you, for me, everybody. What you said is true for everybody. Okay. Sunrise is the norm. Okay. But after studying physics for a few years, what does physics say?
Um, that the Earth is rotating, so it actually there is no sunrise or sunset as such, but then because of the rotation, the position is changing. That way.
Correct. Because of the Earth's rotation, there is a perception of a sunrise. Can we say that? Perception of a sunrise?
Yes, yes,
A person sitting on Earth will perceive as though the sun is rising. Correct?
yes.
Now, in fact, that statement is not correct. You know what, Divya? Suppose you and we were in the North Pole. There are people living in the North Pole area. Okay, there are people living. There are human beings living. Guess what happens in the North Pole? We are in the equator, just above the equator. Okay, we are rotating like this. Okay, correct?
Yes.
So we are seeing sunrise. We are rotating. Now the person on the North Pole, you know what will happen? When over 6 months of the year, he will see the sun rotating on top like this.
Oh,
Can you believe it? His experience is entirely different from yours and mine.
yes.
He'll be seeing sun rotating, and sometimes the sun will just be on top like this. Then the other times it'll go, it'll appear like it is setting, but then immediately it'll start rising. 6 months day.
Okay.
Now you follow what I'm saying, Divya.
So that statement, which is probably something that I can rely on, is not true for the same human being who is there in other part of the world. I mean,
Correct.
yeah.
Correct. So two things. First of all, what you are saying, sunrise is a perception. Your perception is sunrises.
Yes.
Then somebody else's perception on Earth is sun doesn't rise, sun rotates.
Yes.
Sun rotates during the day, and it makes bigger rotations. It makes smaller rotations, etc. They will have a different way of telling, which you won't understand. You and I won't
Yes.
understand this at all. We can't even understand this.
Yes.
What do you mean by sun rotating? But once you understand the position, the whole solar system, at least the Earth's part of the solar system, then we will. One second, Hari, one second. So, okay, two things, right? One is perception. Second is somebody else's perception is going to be different from you.
Yes.
Then third, this perception, differences in perception should immediately give you the clue. What clue it should give you? My God, if this is how it is, one place sun is rotating, another place sun is rising. Maybe sun is neither rising nor rotating. Maybe there is something else going on. That is the scientist. That is the scientist's mind. That is Aryabhata's mind, Bhaskaracharya's mind, Kepler's mind.
Okay.
Ah, our people figured out Bhugolaha, this thing, and then the sun is the center. They figured out, but some of the Western astronomers took a little longer. And they are all saying, no, this can't be. If there are two perceptions possible, then the truth is something else.
Yes.
Got it, Divya?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That is it. That is it. So that's the initial part of the analysis. And final point, we know with sun, with respect to sun, we know sun neither rises nor sets. By itself, it doesn't move at all. With respect to earth, the sun doesn't move. But sun is just doing a pradakshina of this Surya. I mean, the earth is doing a pradakshina of Surya. And the whole, there's so much physics behind all these things. So much physics is there. Then we say, okay, that's fine. Don't worry. Even though you have now understood that sun doesn't rise and doesn't set, it doesn't mean you should not appreciate sunrise. It doesn't mean you should not appreciate sunset. It doesn't mean you should organize your life around sunset and sunrise. It doesn't mean your Vedic the kriyas are all dependent on sunrise, sunset, and tithi and vara, nakshatra. But Shastra will say, don't get carried away by it. It is all meant for your good only. But let the good get better. And then at some point, you have to say, what is the truth behind all these things?
Yes. Yeah.
Got it?
Yes, Guruji. Beautiful explanation by you. Thank you so much. Because it's such a simple, what to say, two, like half statements in a full sentence. But then that really has so much of a deeper meaning, which has been beautifully brought out through this discussion. Thank you so much. And in fact, I would thank Swapna ji to have brought out this as an example because after she projected only, it really struck me also. Oh yeah, it is in a calendar, which makes real good sense to say. I mean, like there is no sunrise, there is no sunset. It's so ironical. So I mean, I was I was motivated to question why this is there. Definitely, some deeper meaning is underlying these words. So thank you so much. I got clarity now. Thank you so much.
Very good. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.